Bonjour tout le monde, j'ai pas vite. Welcome to Albion's Adventures. If you remember, we were just witnessing the death of the Pride sister. Catherine fell to her knees and wept. Large sobs sucked the air out of her. She felt like drowning, trying to keep herself afloat between sobs. I think she pushed her sister and her sister died, so, that's what's happened. Every exhale was squeezing pain in her lungs. She felt Gilliam's arms wrapped around her. What have I done? What have I done? You didn't do anything, ma chérie. This is not your fault. There was a bitter bulge building up in her throat, and she felt that no amount of crying could push it back down. What am I going to do? Father is... Sister... I'm so scared. Gilliam's arms wound tighter around her, and she clutched into his warmth in this vast sea of fear. You don't have to be. I will always be by your side. Catherine, I will take care of you and your father, all right? You won't have to worry about your future. Her tears soaked her shirt through, but the squeezing in her chest felt less painful. Why do you do this? Why do you care so much for me? Gilliam's brows furrowed, as if confused that she even asked. I just do. It was a boldly stated fact, as if painfully obvious, as if Catherine was a fool for not knowing it. It made Catherine's heart expand in her ribs. When she looked back, she would recall this as the moment she fell in love with him. The look in his eyes was reassuring and strong. She wasn't alone. She was going to be all right. Let's get you away from here. He supported her arms and stood her up, careful to block the view of her sister from her eyes. He led her to the door. Catherine hated how fast her relief came. She was still drenched in sorrow at her sister's death. Her father would not take well to the news, especially in his health. But she was all right, and she hated it. Rosa was with her. She didn't have to leave her piano, her dreams, him. Nothing had to change. And most importantly, she hated the voice that came whispering in her head over and over again. Thank goodness she's dead. Thank goodness. The first candle is lit. This candle is storage. Love for familiars. The cleanest love. Rosa stared at the blue candle glowing in her hand as she chanted her spell. Trust is the veil that conceals and deceives. Trick his eyes and his heart with the warmth from this candlelit flame. A bond of blood-like kin will be forged. Weave this trust so his tongue will yield with his salt. You're gonna get throat needles again, are you? It really bothered me when she did that. Rosa stood by Catherine's tomb, nursing memories of her. A soft wind lightly blew through her hair. It reminded her of Catherine in her playful ways. Tears sprouted from her eye. Even the wind. Scold her! I've been making the mom really mean. If you don't remember the earlier episodes, I've been having her be really mean. There's 2 versions, and in the next version I'm going to make her nice, but scold her. Instead of staring into space, why not do something useful? Find out about that marquee. Please, Mother. Not right now. How dare you talk back to me? Aren't you an ungrateful little worm? How dare you talk back to me like that? I'm sorry, Mother. I'm just upset. Even in her death, this Catherine still manages to offend me. Good riddance. Rosa. Gilliam's soft voice came from behind. Rosa glanced at him in acknowledgement. He stood quietly before her a few minutes, beside her for a few minutes, but ventured to speak. Have you thought about my offer? My house is always open to you. Remember that. I'm sorry for my outburst back then. It's nothing. The wind played around her feet, and Rosa pictured Catherine as part of the breeze, playful and free. She was free from pain and confusion that had plagued her last days. They stood beside each other in solemn reverence. Finally, Rosa broke the silence. She was my family. I was in pain before she came along. I didn't know any better. She gave me hope. She was bright, like a flame. When I close my eyes, I can still see the imprint of her light in the darkness. I can feel her warmth. A star. They didn't speak again for some time. Gilliam cleared his throat. I was an orphan too, much like you. I know how that feels, to lose so much. I wandered for a long time before I found anything to live for. Were you alone? Sometimes. Always. Rosa nodded. Did you have family? Gilliam shifted uncomfortably. No, they left me behind. I never knew them. Much of my memory of it is blurred. I was taken in by kind people once before, but Gilliam sighed, and Rosa observed a certain disquiet in him. I didn't belong. But you have no difficulty mingling with people. I think of that as necessary rather than a preference. But either way, it can be quite tiresome after a while. Things don't last. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm making the mood worse. I'm sorry. I don't mind. Gilliam had never opened up to her about his past before, and it worried Rosa how little she actually knew of him. Anyway, would you like to go around town? I very much like to take you someplace more cheery. How about our favorite spot? Gilliam smiled with understanding. The pair traveled up the hill to the edge of town. There, the view overlooked the quaint village. The sunset painted everything with the pink glow of dusk, of endings. It's always so beautiful here. They used to spend time in the grassy knoll, the three of them. It was their own little hideaway. Memories of their past crept up on every corner. The ghost of laughter echoed in the wind. Rosa touched the trunk of a small tree they had carved their names on. So many fond memories. Rosa, I want you to have this. Gilliam took Rosa's hand and placed an item in her palm. It was a simple silver locket. She looked at him questioningly. I have kept that for as long as I can remember. One of my remembrances of the past. I can't take this. You must. You need it more than I do. But it's old, and the locket doesn't even open anymore. I don't know why I've held on to it for so long. I can't even remember how I came to have it. But it comforts me. Maybe it will have the same effect on you. This is your treasure, Gilliam. It feels wrong to take it. On the contrary, I believe you must have it. Call it a hunch, or a feeling, an urge on my part. I'm not good with expressing sorrow, or even giving comfort. But I want to do something, at least, for you. He closed his hand over hers, firming the gift. It's yours. Please take it. You are wrong if you think I'm letting you stay in the castle simply for Catherine's sake. I'm about to run out of time, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.